matchup between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and our home team. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Come on, fellas.
Come on, set. 10 Lobo. Get it.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Second and 12 at the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
82 is mine. Single, I single the slot. Hit it.
From the gun, Herbert. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Herbert.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andrew Adams. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Fake middle throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Blue draw Corkers.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Set, ready? 15, line it. 15 line.
Tight end right. Let's go.
From the gun, Herbert. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
Ready, break. Ready.
Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
70, Indy.
On 2nd down, it's Tomlinson. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky from...
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
He can run for it, and he will. Give him 15 yards on that one, and a Charger 1st down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. It sets him back for 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. The intended receiver there, Allen.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. Get ready.
They'll run on 1st down. Tomlinson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Now Aikman to throw on 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Aikman. He's got Evans. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Aikman. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this 1st quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch. Go.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Hey, exit. Look, squeeze. Yo, fast, get it.
Off play action. Herbert. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Let's go, D. Hey, Charlie.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
Go on.
Let's get some penetration.
Jim.
Hit it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert rolling to his right. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Shaquille Barrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Ty Long now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Take it at the 37. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
On the set. Hey, box drop. 5.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. This is Tomlinson, and they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st down, Tomlinson, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Chargers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Look at me. Go. Get it.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 50.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got the open man. It's Allen on the comebacker. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, L.A. Keenan Allen down here of the new campaign as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now Aikman looking to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On the screen, this is Eckler. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Badgley able to knock this one through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now. It's Aikman. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Aikman. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. This quarterback now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a 1st down here. 1st down, here's Aikman. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Running right, this is Tomlinson. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Two draw corpus. 5.
On 2nd down, Aikman. And this is caught by Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, his 5th touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Oh, I think the Bucs got it, and they did. Tampa Bay football. Well, they just scored, they got the lead, and they decide to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting, scouting, scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll hand this to Tomlinson running right. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. To throw is Aikman. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Herbert. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped the pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And caught by Henry. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. Allen, the intended receiver. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's Aikman setting to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. Looking to pass. Aikman on first down. Steps away to his left. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 2nd touchdown of the night as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Devin White just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Protein spill. Stand.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Hard. Snap.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Recon, 152 fighter. Hey, Alpha.
They're going to try and throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
Hey, watch it.
Ready?
They'll run on 1st down. Tomlinson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. On 2nd down, here's Aikman.
I have 0 rooting interest.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, 29 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, Herbert. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 20. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a give, right side. Tomlinson. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. And his kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Chargers 10.
The Chargers on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
6-6, bullet high. Now.
Operating from the gun. Herbert, he'll get this to Eckler. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Hey, take your side back to huddle. Side back to huddle. Check. Check hot route. Hot.
You're out. Ready.
2nd and long. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
90 is a mic. Get your...
Yep.
Off the play fake. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Leo. Get it.
On 4th down, Herbert, and the pressure gets to him again. Devin White, and boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Down. 70, Indy.
Here we go.
Hit it.
They'll throw on 1st down with Aikman. That's going to be caught. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. Aikman operating from the gun. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The extra point up and good, and that will extend this big lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, Herbert. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Bravo! Rock it! Yo, cheetah!
On 4th down, Herbert. Now this is incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh. X3, 218, check down.
Now Aikman on 1st down. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. Mike Evans there to make the grab as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. To throw on 2nd down, Herbert, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 46. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work an exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Smooth.
2nd and 10. Aikman again. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back.
Out of the gun, it's Aikman. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
Hey, Delta.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Aikman. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Snags it for the pick. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference. Meet it head on and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Squeeze.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Hey.
I got you.
Snap.
On 4th down, Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 15.